Alec, I've always been fascinated by the early jobs that actors have. Now, didn't for a while you work at Studio 54?
I was a waiter
Now,
at Studio 54.
How bizarre an experience or surreal an experience was that?
Well, I worked there when it was kind of over, when the party was over, so to speak, and but it was still pretty strange. It was I worked there in the fall of 1979, and it was pretty much finished. You know, it wasn't the same as it was, you know, 3 or 4 years earlier. But I was a waiter, and I would go up into the different sections of the place and ask people if I could go get them a drink because they were engaged in other things. It was a very strange job.
You know, I love the movie She's Having a Baby, but something always seemed a little off-kilter about the plot for me. And I found out from John Hughes that there was a complete subplot that was eliminated.
Yeah.
Now tell me about that and how you felt about that.
We shot a lot of stuff that was cut out of the movie, which was that that we led you to believe that maybe I was the father of the baby. And I think that when they tested the movie, John has a tendency of shooting these really wonderful movies, and they actually could work on a very adult level. And then I think he chickened out when he tested the movie, and he was afraid he would alienate the audience by making them, if they thought that Liz McGovern had cheated on Kevin. So they gutted that all right out of the movie. But actually, that was one of the best jobs I've ever had. I really enjoyed working with John because John is fearless. I mean, John will do anything. When I worked with him, he would do anything when he shot a movie.
Now, you look absolutely great in The Shadow, especially in a tuxedo. And I couldn't help but think of Fantasy Island with Ricardo Montalban. They had to do all kinds of special things with his suit. I know it's a little bit of a jump, but they had to do all kinds of stuff.
Thank you very much.
Now, how did they keep that suit so perfect looking?
I have a wardrobe guy who works with me named Myron Baker, and we did The Getaway together. And in The Getaway, I could sweat and I could smell, and we could have dirt on me, and the clothes could be dirty, and they could have big sweat stains on them. And it didn't matter because it was this desert movie. We kept saying to ourselves, it's a desert movie. It doesn't matter what you look like. And when we did The Shadow, however, he kept saying to me, I would like sit down on something. He'd say, no, don't sit down on that, you know, because he'd say, this is not The Getaway. This is not a desert movie. So we had to take great care of the wardrobe.
Now, I love the Shadow laugh. It's just a great, like almost diabolical laughter. How much did you have to practice that for the film?
Not much. Not much. We got it in a day. We got it in one session.
Now, I love when actors see their films on airplanes. How often has that happened to you that you've been on a flight and you've seen a film of yours as the in-flight film?
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw a movie of mine in flight. I think it's been a while. I think I saw Glenn Ross on a plane. And I used to see Hunt for Red October on planes when I flew, when that was out. But Glenn Ross, where they had to do a lot of bleeping, and they had to bleep out a lot of the dialogue.
How do you react when that happens, when they announce it's one of your films on the airplane?
I asked them if they wouldn't mind changing the film and showing another film.
And one final question is, this is like an early job type of thing. Did you used to do voiceover work, and did you ever do voiceover work for like cosmetics?
Yeah, I used to do a lot of voiceover work. I have an account right now for Chevy trucks that's running. And I used to do a lot of voiceover work, and I used to do for CoverGirl and for Noxzema.
So
I used to do a lot of commercials for Noxzema and CoverGirl.
So what was the cosmetic work like?
The cosmetic work was always, it was always pictures of some unbearably beautiful model and her washing her face and me telling people that if you used CoverGirl clean makeup, you would know the secrets that Christie Brinkley knew. I would say things like, Christie Brinkley knows the secret of clean skin. You know, CoverGirl, clean makeup. But that was a long time ago.